Okay, there is Keith, the cat. Hey, Titi. All right, so this was somebody asked me about what we did in class. They had no idea what was going on. So this is 5A. I want to find the actual total of each one of these rows. So notice I did equal sum, equal SUM, open a parentheses. I highlight these values. I close the parentheses and I get 40,620. All right, if I take this and drag it straight down, I copied those formulas. So these were just the cost of living values that we found in class today. All right, and so then it says, so after you find the cost of living, next it says you want to write ratios for the annual cost of living for each pairs of cities. So in other words, I'm going to do Austin to Big Rapids, Big Rapids, Big Rapids. What did I put? Oh, BR. Big Rapids to Austin, Thousand Oaks to Austin, Austin to Thousand Oaks, Big Rapids to Thousand Oaks, and Thousand Oaks to Big Rapids. All right. So I'm going to just put these in the order that you see them here. Okay, meaning that from Austin, so equals Austin divided by Big Rapids. And we rounded these, to 2 decimal places because it says to 2 decimal places. So I'm just clicking this little rounding button right there. All right, and then Big Rapids divided by Austin. Done that. There's a nice cool little thing up here, this format painter. What it does, if I click on the cell I want to copy the formats, meaning 2 decimal places, I click right here, and then I highlight all these other cells. You will see that it'll format them to 2 decimal places. Pretty cool, right? Thousand Oaks divided by Austin. Austin divided by Thousand Oaks. I'll say what happened there. Big Rapids divided by Thousand Oaks, and Thousand Oaks divided by Big Rapids. Okay, you need to flip. There we go. So these were all the values that hopefully you got in class today. Like I said, it's kind of a little bit easier in Excel, but you're just dividing each one of these. Then it said the next part, I'm looking right here, is it says we can think of dollars in different cities as having different buying powers. How would you use your unit ratios? So these are unit ratios that we found based on particular cities. And so to convert Big Rapids salary, maybe it'd be better to say that because some students had some questions in class. I would take Big Rapids salary, okay, and multiply it by 1.32 to convert what it would be in Austin dollars. So then they basically give you a table. Let's see if I can copy it here. I'm just copying the table that I have, and let's make this a little bigger so I can see all of it. Make that a little smaller. Make these a little smaller. All right, so, and I'm gonna just delete that part out. All right, so these are the salaries that are given. So in other words, if you live in Austin, you make $65,000, and that's the value in Austin. Big Rapids salary, and then Thousand Oaks salary. So if I want to know what my Big Rapids salary would stack up to in Austin, okay, so in other words, I'm looking at here, I'm looking at this 1.32, so I'm going to do an equal 1.32 times my Big Rapids, because I want to know, in other words, if my value in Austin based off of my Big Rapids salary. So I press enter and I get this answer, which is, I don't believe what we got in class today. So y'all might have been like, where did you get that number from? I wrote 79,200. So, oh, let me do this over here on the side. Yeah. So what's happening here is this is actually taking the full decimal place. Okay, so these numbers might be a little bit different. What we get in class, what I could do is I could manually type over and type 1.32. Notice that number changed. So what I'm doing is I'm just retyping these numbers. I'm forcing it to drop all those decimal places. All right, and so then I would do the same thing. So notice what I did here is I took the salary for Big Rapids, and I'm on the row of Austin. So I used this one. So let's just kind of highlight it that we've used it. All right. And now I basically want to do this for all of them. So next I would do Big Rapids salary. How does it stack up? What's the value of it in Thousand Oaks? So this one I would do equals, everything in this column is going to be based on Big Rapids salary times 2.51. So this is saying, how would my Big Rapids salary, what would the value of this salary be if I was living in Thousand Oaks? And then I can continue to do this, so I know this column, I'm going to take 65,000. Oops, let me go ahead and mark this that we used it, so I know it's been used. So here, this column, everything is going to be 65,000 times that conversion factor. Okay, so our Austin salary, what would the value of that be? So in other words, what would the value of it be if I was in Big Rapids? So that would be 0.751. So there's that one. So we're doing that color. And then my Austin salary times, this is my Thousand Oaks. Well, no, this is my, sorry, that one. Okay, because again, I'm looking at, notice it says Thousand Oaks to Austin. So Thousand Oaks to Austin salary. I get that. And then finally, I can do the last ones. So that was 1.89 that I did. And so I can do the last one, my Thousand Oaks salary times, where am I at? Austin. So times 0.53. And then finally, my Thousand Oaks salary times that one, 0.40. Okay, so I've used all of these. So basically, this is saying here is, as we mentioned in class, is that if I have an Austin salary, right? So if my Austin salary is 65,000, this would be equivalent to buying goods in Big Rapids, the value of 48,750. Well, if the cost of living is cheaper, that may not be a big deal, but that's kind of a drop if I didn't take the Big Rapids salary. Okay, so this is what we did in class today, was to be able to look at these unit ratios. Okay, so basically here was taking my unit ratio, my Austin, to my Big Rapids, and then here comparing the salary based on those unit ratios. So I hope that helps a little bit. It put Keith to sleep, fat boy here. But I hopefully that helps out a little bit of what we did in class if you weren't sure how to do it. And then also it helps show you these formulas that I'm using for Excel.